I'm selfish, impatient and a little insecure. I make mistakes, I am out of control and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. I believe that everything happens for a reason. People change so that you can learn to let go. Things go wrong so that you appreciate them when they're right. You believe lies so you eventually learn to trust no one but yourself. And sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. If you can make a woman laugh, you can make her do anything. The real lover is the man who can thrill you by kissing your forehead or smiling into your eyes or just staring into space. A wise girl kisses but doesn't love, listens but doesn't believe, and leaves before she is left. It's far better to be unhappy alone than unhappy with someone, so far. When it comes down to it, I let them think what they want. If they care enough to bother with what I do, then I'm already better than them. I've never fooled anyone. I've let people fool themselves. They didn't bother to find out who and what I was. Instead, they would invent a character for me. I wouldn't argue with them. They were obviously loving somebody I wasn't. We should all start to live before we get too old. Fear is stupid, so are regrets. I don't mind living in a man's world, as long as I can be a woman in it. It's often just enough to be with someone. I don't need to touch them. Not even talk. A feeling passes between you both. You're not alone. You believe lies so you eventually learn to trust no one but yourself. Keep smiling, because life is a beautiful thing and there's so much to smile about. Success makes so many people hate you. I wish it wasn't that way. It would be wonderful to enjoy success without seeing envy in the eyes of those around you. I want to grow old without facelifts. I want to have the courage to be loyal to the face I have made. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. All a girl really wants is for one guy to prove to her that they are not all the same. We are all born sexual creatures, thank God, but it's a pity so many people despise and crush this natural gift. Boys think girls are like books. If the cover doesn't catch their eye, they won't bother to read what's inside. When you have a good friend that really cares for you and tries to stick in there with you, you treat them like nothing. Learn to be a good friend, because one day you're gonna look up and say, I lost a good friend. Learn how to be respectful to your friends. Don't just start arguments with them and don't tell them the reason. Always remember your friends will be there quicker than your family. Learn to remember you got great friends. Don't forget that, and they will always care for you no matter what. Always remember to smile and look up at what you got in life. I don't mind being burdened with being glamorous and sexual. Beauty and femininity are ageless and can't be contrived, and glamour, although the manufacturers won't like this, cannot be manufactured. Not real glamour, it's based on femininity. Friendship is the bestest thing that comes to life. Friends will always be there for you. Don't worry about the fakes, worry about the people who had your back from the start and never treated you wrong. Always remember they are your real friends. Don't never take them as granted, because one day you're going to lose a good friend by the way your actions are when you see a good friend stick to that person. Hollywood is a place where they'll pay you $1,000 for a kiss and 50 cents for your soul. I know, because I turned down the first offer often enough and held out for the 50 cents. Before marriage, a girl has to make love to a man to hold him. After marriage, she has to hold him to make love to him. Just because you fail once doesn't mean you're gonna fail at everything. I live to succeed, not to please you or anyone else. To all the girls that think you're fat because you're not a size 0, you're the beautiful one, it's society who's ugly. Too often they don't realize what they have until it's gone. They're too stubborn to say, sorry, I was wrong. They hurt the ones closest to their hearts, and we let the most foolish things tear us apart.